Hi guys, today I want to share with you some of my observations because we are probably seeing the born of the new sub-segment of the espresso machines on the market. Because the last year, several companies producing espresso machines, all of them being well reputed, I'm namely speaking about Philips, Jura and Nivona. Each of these companies, they launched a new product independently that doesn't fall into the classic classification of espresso machines that we are all get used to. I bought two of them. I will for sure test it, compare it, but a little bit later. If you're interested solely in this part, please skip somewhere here. I will put the time code. But now I would like to start with some explanations. So what are the classifications that we are all get used to? Have the semi-automatic or manual espresso machines. Classical design with portafilter and holder. It requires a lot of manual work, a lot of manipulations, and it needs some practice and ideally a good and decent burr grinder. But with a grinder and with some accessories, it can really pull a great espresso shots almost like in the real coffee shop. Of course, on the other hand, it's a bit messy because it's a lot of ground coffee spilled around it. It's not so clean way of making espressos at home, for sure. And it's also a budget option if compared to the fully automatic espresso machine or super automatic espresso machines, or this sometimes called bean-to-cup espresso machines. Here we have the DeLonghi Magnifica Plus, but they're all the same. So they have a built-in grinder, so you just load the coffee, load the water, you just press the button, it makes everything automatically with a touch of a button, including espresso, cappuccino, etc. And it of course costs more. What other type of espresso machines we have on the market? Someone probably could name the mocha pod, but I don't believe it could called a machine and technically it doesn't make espresso. Another type of espresso machine we have is a capsule coffee machines. I don't have it now with me at my home, so I will pass some image from the web just to illustrate it, but I think that you and me are both familiar with it. Espresso, Dolce Gusto, Tassimo, Cremessa, etc. There are different types. And these new machines, Philips Baristina, let me show it to you. Here is Philips Baristina, and here is Nivona Cube. So they lay somewhere in between, both in the matter of price, because this one costs around 200 euros, this costs around 4,500 euros, and they cost around 300 euros. Also, they lay in between in the matter of level of automatization. Okay, let me show you, okay? So, they do have a built-in grinder, but they're not so automated. You see what we do here? We move this holder to the right. It started grinding. By the way, I calculated it's around 12 grams of coffee, 12 and a half. Then it moves automatically, as you saw, and started brewing it. They both have minimal number of buttons, so very simple, almost like a capsule machine. And what's more important, they're not so messy. So you see, it's quite easily to throw away the pack, and there is almost no sights of some ground coffee or some drops of coffee on the table. Of course, it has a pressurized basket. The similar situation is with this Nivona Cube. Let me switch it to the electricity. So here we have this part. So basically it makes the same function but the different form factor. So we put it here under the coffee grinder, load some coffee, press the button, and it gives us quite a decent grind, a little bit less, maybe half a gram less than this machine, and we put it here And we make like this, and we press another button. We press it, yeah. Also, as you may see, they have quite compact bodies. Of course, bigger than the Longiderica, but for the Longiderica you require a standalone grinder, so altogether maybe it's comparable. But definitely less than the super automatic, fully automatic machine. It also have pressurized basket. So basically, both of these devices are kinda the brewing units that they use in the automatic machines, but they just separate it into two pieces. And all the mechanical work you do manually. That's why they're smaller. They also have smaller water tanks. That's why they gain the space. Here on Nivona we have the grind level adjustment, you see. So I was brewing on the position number 2, there is a position number 1, even finer one. And here we don't have nothing, we just have 3 buttons. Espresso, lunga and extra strong coffee. Okay, firstly, honestly, I didn't get the idea of these 2 machines, as well as the Jura Ono, but the Jura Ono is a separate topic, I will talk about it at the very end. But then I decided to look on these machines from point of view, from perspective of the capsule espresso machine owner, and it started to make some sense. Probably they did it as an alternative to the capsule espresso machines, because you know, like the capsule espresso machines market are in decline now, because first of all nobody like capsules because of the ecological reason. Also, like you know, an espresso standard it's 5.5 grams of ground coffee inside the capsules, while in the modern industry, when you go to the coffee shops, they use like 16, 17, 80 grams of coffee per espresso. So 5.5 is like a way outdated. Here you can use beans, you can make freshly roasted, freshly ground beans, and like I like this approach. Maybe I don't like particular solutions, maybe I think that they need to improve it a bit, but I would be happy if people will choose to use real coffee beans rather than capsules. But I understand for sure that I'm not the target audience on this machine, so please let me know what you think in the comments, especially if you are currently using the capsule espresso machine. Does it ring the bell for you? Will you switch from the capsules to these machines? Because really they're quite simple. Let me know. And I also promised to tell you about the Jura Ono. I didn't buy the Jura Ono because first of all quite expensive. Okay, all the Jura machines are quite expensive, and this simplified Jura Ono is also very expensive, so I don't have spare money to buy it. Also, it doesn't have the built-in grinder, so it only works with ground coffee, pre-ground coffee, so it kind of makes even less sense for me personally. But if you are using Jura Ono, please also let me know, and I will leave the link for the Jura Ono on Amazon in the description. Thanks.